Tango, USO, operator Chris here in Gatlinburg, Kentucky. Roger. That is correct. USO. Yes. Gatlinburg, Kentucky. Short for Christopher. Chris, yes.
Chris, all right. Now, see, I was saying Prince, so that's the thing about it. Thank goodness for being able to hear the phonetics, Roger.
Thank goodness for being able to hear the phonetics, Roger.
Roger, Roger. Yes, I'm on a phone with the J2MD100 microphone doing 100 watts. I have a Yaesu FT-1000. Yaesu FT-1000 is next to it, and also a Yaesu FT-UHF VHF mode 736R millimeter radio. Roger.
Roger, Chris. Gosh, so if you'd be interested in our setup, I would like to see if I could get a better copy on you. So if you would give me about 10 seconds and tell me about your antenna system, and let me look around and see if I can find a better path for us, Roger.
And let me look around and see if I can find a better path for us, Roger.
Roger, Roger.
Yeah, so go ahead and tell me about your antenna system, sir.
Yeah, so go ahead and tell me about your antenna system, sir.
All right, I'm on a little system. I'm on a little Buddy Pro antenna extended out on my rail. I'm in an apartment, so I have to extend it out on my rail about 10 feet beyond the building. I'm about 60 feet in the air with a little Buddy Pro pole antenna. Roger.
Roger, Chris. Okay, I've been around the horn. My best reception is on my local 7300. We're located down around Louisville, Kentucky. We're on the Indiana side of the Ohio River, right at Louisville. And I have about a 5 over my noise level on your signal. And if you would be interested in our setup procedure, if you've got a pretty good copy on me, the first thing would be to be sure that you're in that 100 to 2900 transmit bandwidth. TVW 100 to 2900 will allow your transmitter to work its best and then give you just a slash of daylight before you're be into somebody else's conversation. Roger?
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, I'm on a Qso-450 and this MD100 microphone, and I have the best I can get right at the moment. Roger,
and this is Chris, and what radio are you running, Chris?
I'm running a Qso-450 Delta. Qso-450 Delta at this time. I could run my FT-1000 over here and do a whole lot better. I'm sure more power, the FT-1000. But I'm on my Yaesu FT-450, yes, with a little Pro Buddy Pole portable antenna extended out on my rail. Roger.
Roger that. Well, you're getting out, sir, for sure there. I was just hoping that, every little bit helps as far as trying to get that articulation up on your modulation so folks can understand what you're saying. And it really does start with your transmit bandwidth. If you're running in a lesser mode than 100 to 2900, you're effectively rolling off your top audio. Because you're restricting the transmitter from hitting those higher frequencies, which really help in articulation. So that's basically why we suggest running that radio in the 100 to 2900 transmit bandwidth if possible. Roger?
Roger that. I have you a 5x9. You're coming in at 5x9. You're coming in pretty good. I've got a real good copy on you. QSL.
Roger, Roger. So once we get past that transmit bandwidth being set at 100 to 2900, we move into our compressor processor, and we're looking to be handling that with some finesse. And we're only asking for like a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100 as far as the compressor processor possibilities, just a third of that, because you don't want more. What happens is as you crank in more compression, it starts to suck up between words, and that doesn't do anybody any good. So we have found that a 3 is like a nice nominal signal that makes people unsure whether you're running compression or processing or not, Roger?
Unsure whether you're running compression or processing or not, Roger?
Yeah, roger that. On my Qso FT-450, it has a processor. I understand what you're saying on my FT-1000. But on this FT-450, I think the processor on this thing is built into the mic gain, from what I understand. And I have my mic gain. It says put it on normal or in the mode, or put it on high, and I have it on high in order for the processor to be automatically engaged at the proper settings. Roger?
Roger. Sounds like you might be running a little too much. Why don't you try that other setting instead of the loud, the meek, the meeker version of that, Roger?
Loud, the meek, the meeker version of that, Roger?
Yeah, I have it set on normal in the settings on this 450. I have it set on normal, and I have the mic gain on normal where it's supposed to be, and according to the manual, and it seems to be got that without allowing this thing to overdrive. Correct?
Yes, sir. But the thing is, see, you're now in about our dB and a half or 2 dB dynamic range. Now, I could explain this, and let me just say this: that if a person is running unprocessed audio into their radio, they're about a 30 dB dynamic range. Okay, so without processing or compression or whatever, just a straight voice is about probably 10 dB dynamic range or something like that. If I had a VU meter attached to a PA system and you were talking on the PA system and I had my VU meter there, it would be running about 10 dB plus or 0 to minus 10. It would be the theoretical modulation, so to speak, of a unprocessed signal. But what happens is, amateur radio is a pretty noisy thing, and if we were to transmit, just a 10 dB dynamic range, our average percent of peak modulation would be about 30%. So what we want to do is try to fatten that signal up a little bit to get it up to about a 3 dB dynamic range, which would mean our average percent of peak modulation then would become 80 to 85%, which is a fairly nice signal, for average peak modulation. So right now, the way you have it set up, you're running about a dB and a half to 2 dB of dynamic range. So you're very hot, and sometimes when you get so hot, it's more difficult to understand. So that's why we suggest a 3 dB dynamic range. It's relaxed, but it's loud. So in lieu of that, I would suggest pulling off that compressor processor, because we just can't seem to tame it down. It wants to go forth in a very strident manner. So, it would be probably all right for contest or something, but if you were working a local QSO, that compression intensity would, over a period of time, shortly get maybe irritating. So I would suggest just dumping the compressor processor, and let's see what we can do with that microphone level without the compressor processor. Roger?
With that microphone level without the compressor processor. Roger?
It might kick it on, it might automatically kick it off. I don't know. How does it sound now?
Yes, sir. Well, at least it's not pumping. It's a pretty good signal there, and not pumping. The quality of the articulation is pretty good. Now, what I would suggest, and this is the third item that we work with, and that's the ALC meter. If when you pulled off that compressor processor, you were at a certain level on your microphone to make that work. So what we want to do is to just set your microphone level without the compressor processor in. So the compressor processor is off, and you're looking at your ALC meter, and you have your hands on your volume control, and as you say the word audio, we're looking for you to become a human test tone generator, and you don't need to worry about the last part of that word. What we're really looking for is the you become a human test generator, and what you want to do is use your mic level control to set your ALC meter at 7 or 2/3. 7 or 2/3 on your ALC meter as you say the word audio and adjust your mic level. Roger? Yeah, 7 to 2/3. It depends on how your meter is laid out, Roger. 7 or 2/3, Roger?
Is laid out, Roger. 7 or 2/3, Roger?
Yeah, Roger, 7 and 2/3.
Roger, and I wish I had a better copy on you, so I could hear more in depth on that EQ. I think it sounds all right. I can understand you very well. It might be that we might need just a couple of clicks of additional treble EQ. I found that to be very useful as far as increasing the articulation capabilities of an audio signal. A little top-end EQ really helps, because that's where most of the articulation occurs, in the top end of the audio spectrum. Roger?
It occurs in the top end of the audio spectrum. Roger?
Yeah, Roger that. How's that sound now? Does it sound any clearer? I turned it down on low. I have it on low, Roger.
That's low on the microphone level, Roger?
That's low on the microphone level, Roger?
Low on the microphone level. I can only go low, medium, or high. Low, put my HCL at right at 7.
Yes, sir, that sounds perfect. I'm very confused, because usually, at least even a manually intensive radio usually gives you the option of a level control as opposed to 3 presets. Well, gosh, somebody else has decided, well, it's either this or that, I say, no, I want to be able to vary my mic level, but I understand it, and where you are right now is perfect. I would run it just like that, Roger.
And where you are right now is perfect. I would run it just like that, Roger.
Roger that. Yeah, this just has a manual where you push this F button, and you go into the settings in the mic gain, and it gives you the low, medium, or high, and that determines the processing unit, clicking off. That's determined on this Qso-450 Delta. Yes.
Roger, Chris. Well, gosh, I wouldn't change a thing from now on. I would run it exactly like that. Just a beautiful signal. It's about 3 dB dynamic range. The tonality of it, frequency response-wise, is right on. And like I say, the most important thing is that dynamic range being about 3 dB. That means your average percent of peak modulation is around 80 to 85%. And that's where you are, and it really sounds good. If you want to hear it, if you go to YouTube, do that call letter search KC9VKV followed by the word logbook. I will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3400, and I'll have it uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow, Roger.
3400, and I'll have it uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow, Roger.
Roger that. Well, I still thank you. God bless. And my name is Operator 3, Oscar 4, Tango Indy Echo. We'll be clear on your final.
Roger, Roger. And just on that last transmission, I went to my local antenna, which has had a better signal just then than normal. So I have a chevron on the right side of the screen, on the bottom side, that shows you where I'm listening from. It lists all my SDRs on my local receiver and all that stuff. So you'll be able to, if you go and listen there, you'll be able to hear when I shifted to my local antenna, the 7300, and you sounded really even better audio-wise because of the extended capabilities of the 7300 over the internet SDR receivers. But anyway, gosh, Chris, let me say 73 to you, sir. It's a pleasure, and if you get a chance, join us next Friday. We'd love to have you, Roger.
Roger, Roger. 73, sir. Kilo Oscar 4, Tango Indy Echo.
Roger, Roger, 73. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.